In this video, we're going to show you how to install the brake flex hose on your Kia Sorento located behind your rear wheels. Using a 21mm socket, loosen and remove your lug nuts. Go ahead and grab your wheel, remove it, and set it aside. Now, starting at the upper portion here with the rear wheel removed, we're going to go ahead and use our 11mm wrench to go ahead and loosen the line from the flex line. Now, sometimes you have to go ahead and start soaking these down with some rust penetrant, stuff like that, to go ahead and loosen this up. And the key thing here is that you need to loosen this nut. It should spin on the hard line here. If you start to loosen this and the hard line is moving with it, well, you got to be careful, because if you break this line, you're going to open up a can of worms. Now, as you start to break this line free, you are going to start to lose some brake fluid. You want to put a catch can or a bucket underneath to catch this fluid. I like to work that back and forth as I'm removing it. Sometimes you can use some solvent to clean the dirt and debris out of this here. And once we get this completely unthreaded and it's separated, there is a clip right here. This is a horseshoe clip. And we're going to use a pair of pliers to go ahead and pop that off. That horseshoe clip holds our flex line to this bracket right here. Now, using a bristle brush will help clean some of that debris off of the top of this here. It might make it easier to unthread. Let's go ahead and remove this horseshoe clip. There's a little raised tab right here. Simply grab that, pinch it, and we're going to rock it back and forth. And that's it right there. Now, the side profile, it has an arch on it. You want to make sure when you reinstall this here, the arch faces up, not upside down. And grab that line and wiggle this out. Now, with that separated, we're going to go to the back side of our caliper here. We're going to use an 11mm socket to loosen and remove this banjo bolt. Now, when we remove this, there's going to be a copper washer on both sides of this line. So when you remove this, there should be one on this side, and then there should be one on this side here. Now, if you don't see one here, it's probably stuck to the caliper. So we're going to go ahead and remove this. Get rid of that line. Then on the back side here, there it is. There's that copper washer there. Wipe off the back side of the brake caliper. Make sure that you remove the copper washer off of the banjo bolt. And you need to replace both of these. You can use a screwdriver if you want to go ahead and pop this off. Sometimes you just grab it with the pliers and spin it off. There it is. Take the banjo bolt and a new copper washer, slide that on. Put that through. Install the other copper washer. Now I want to line this up. Get that bolt started. Once you have that started, I'm going to gently snug that down. Now our fitting here is not loose enough to thread that on loosely. You want to make sure you can get this spinning by hand so you can get this started on that flex line. You don't want to cross thread. Once you have that started a few threads, you can go ahead and start to run that down a little bit further. Before we snug that down, we want to make sure that this line pops up. It is keyed or notched, so it fits up into this bracket and it kind of holds itself in place. I'm going to go ahead and grab my horseshoe clip. I'm going to line that up. I'm going to use a hammer to go ahead and tap that on. Now we can snug down our line. And once that bottoms out, you want to make sure it's good and snug. Spray it all down. Make sure you get rid of all the old residual brake fluid. Brake fluid is corrosive, so you want to make sure you get all of that off of your metal. Torque down the banjo bolt to 21 foot-pounds. Once you have your line completely installed, next thing you want to do is go ahead and bleed the caliper so you can get the air bubbles out of the fluid. Remove the rubber cap. That exposes your bleeder screw. Using a 10mm wrench, go ahead and open this up. And what we're doing now is waiting for the brake fluid to come through and burp out any air pockets in there. So we're just going to watch for this, and we're looking for a steady stream of fluid after we see air bubbles. Now at this point here, we have a steady stream of fluid constantly coming out. Any of the air bubbles are already purged at this point. Go ahead and close this. And once that bottoms out, you can go ahead and give it a little bit more. I'm going to use some spray solvent. At this point here, I'm going to put our rubber cap on. You want to check your brake fluid underneath the hood of the vehicle, top that off, hop into the vehicle, pump up the brakes. You want to make sure that that brake pedal is nice and firm. After about 5 to 6 pushes, that pedal should be nice and firm. For any reason, if it feels mushy, come on back, and you want to repeat this process of the gravity bleed one more time. If it continues to be mushy, you want to go ahead and proceed to the complete vehicle brake bleeding process. Go ahead and grab your wheel. Line it up on those wheel studs. Now we're going to go ahead and get our lug nuts started. Once we have them all started, we'll go ahead and snug them down. Let's go ahead and torque down our lug nuts to 75 foot-pounds. You want to do this in a crisscross pattern. And you're all set. Now I'm going to go ahead and use an evacuation tool here. You can use a turkey baster if you want to, but we need to go ahead and evacuate as much fluid from the master cylinder reservoir as possible. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. We have a container on the side to go ahead and pull this out and put it into. So let's go ahead and do that. Now brake fluid is corrosive, so you want to prevent this from getting all over other pieces and parts. Use a clean funnel. And then add the appropriate fluid necessary. Make sure you're right at that full mark. Put your cover on. Now we're going to go ahead and start our brake bleeding process. Now we have all 4 of our wheels off, and we're going to start at the right rear. Then we're going to proceed to the left front. At that point there, we're going to top off our master cylinder and then go to the left rear and end with the right front. Now we have someone inside the vehicle to go ahead and assist us while doing this process. We have a fluid bottle over here to catch the fluid from our bleeding process here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this cap. We have our 10mm wrench to go ahead and open up our bleeder screw. So we're going to put this on here. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and have the person inside the vehicle go ahead and pump up that brake pedal about 3 to 4 times and hold pressure. Go ahead.
Holding.
While they're holding that there, I'm going to go ahead and open up the bleeder screw. And they're going to let me know once that pedal hits the floor, and we can watch the fluid and air come through. Now we can see all the air bubbles in there, and that's what we're trying to evacuate. And we're going to repeat this process until we have a steady stream of fluid coming out. Go ahead.
Holding. Floor.
Go ahead. That last one has some good solid fluid coming through.
Holding. Floor.
And that's perfect. That's what we're looking to get here. We want to close this up, remove our drain port here. Now if you happen to leak any brake fluid here, you want to go ahead and give that a spray with some spray solvent, clean that up, and then put on your cap. Let's go ahead and move to the left front wheel. Go ahead and open up your reservoir. Use a clean funnel. And then add the appropriate fluid necessary. Good, remove that funnel. Put that cover back on. Now here we are at the left front. We're going to go ahead and pull off our rubber cap. Now if you don't have this rubber cap, it's not critical to the operation of the braking system. I'm going to go ahead and put our bottle on here. All right, go ahead and pump it up.
Holding. Floor.
Go ahead.
Holding. Floor.
Go ahead. Now you can see we have a solid stream of fluid coming out, no air bubbles.
Holding.
We'll probably do this one more time.
Floor.
And this one here is perfect, so snug that down. Release this. Once again, if you have excess fluid dripping out, go ahead and spray that down with some solvent. Wipe it down and then put your cap on. And then we're going to continue this process. We're now going to move to the left rear, which is the driver's side rear, and then wrap up on the right front. Open up the cap. Now at this point here, you just want to go ahead and top that off. Make sure you're right at that full mark. Put your cover on. Now at this point here, you want to hop into the vehicle. Pump up that brake pedal. You want to make sure that brake pedal goes to the floor and it's really comfortable. If it is soft and squishy, you want to go ahead and repeat the brake bleeding process again. At that point there, install your wheels and go for a road test. You should be all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.